Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. I'm hearing you guys pulled yourself out of the game unexpectedly, and suddenly you stopped updating, you stopped competing, you stopped yearning, you stopped wanting here. You left people with a cliffhanger here and wondering like what you're doing next because you guys aren't giving people the insight they need to you. But it's like a lot of you guys decided to chase your happiness instead here. There's somebody who also feels like, the boundaries you set, they were going to get a chance to negotiate them because this person could have came at you in such a way where they were like, they were going to say hurt people. And yes, that was the case. Maybe you guys, if you guys could have at first given people a lot of emotion. If this is like, something you put an emotion in, maybe, you explain how you felt, or you guys could have even had a crash out moment. And then now it's like the silence. And you know, there's somebody who wanted to paint you as the hurt person who was hurting everybody else. And then suddenly people could have realized, yeah, you were hurt and you did act out of pain. So what now? Because now you're in happiness. Now you remove yourself from the pain. You didn't just act out like, out of pain. You said the situation is painful to me. It's not suiting me. It's uncomfortable. I don't feel right, competing with you because of another lover and what other people may provide to you. That could have been one incident. This could have even been a job. This could have been with collaborations. This could have been with friendships that wanted to one up you. They turned everything into, oh, I could do that too, and whatnot. And they felt like they were masked when they threw their blows, when they competed with you. They're like, okay, but all I said was this and that. They doubted, they already had the plan to try to gaslight you. They already had the plan to try to emotionally make you more uncomfortable. They had full on plans on how they were going to make you jealous, how you were going to feel when they got that job, how you were going to feel when they got that money, that girl, when they see you climbing up the ranks and imagining you still behind the ranks here. They were really emotionally harvesting off of you here. And you're like, I don't like the energy of the people around me, or I don't like the energy of this. I don't like this type of relationship. No, I don't want to be with someone who makes me feel this way. I want to be with something that makes me happy. And then you guys cut them all off. You guys could have had your goodbye moments. They could have even been getting updates on your new beginning, or they could have been, and all of this they felt like was just a flex, just all right, whatever. It's like, they didn't realize them even watching you was them still having some sort of addiction to the attachment of your emotions and trying to emotionally like harvest off of you. Like, they're like, oh, well, all right, how can I get in now? And then there is no more now. It's like you guys could have ended it like at a cliffhanger. You could have dropped the mic and you could have started dreaming up the possibilities of the things that make you happy instead of thinking about what's in front of you or what happened in your past. A lot of you guys have cleared the way of imagining what you want next, what type of person you want to date, what type of clothes you want to wear, what type of like, content, what type of career do you want to have, what type of thing do you want for yourself, all the different possibilities you're now dreaming up in your head here. A lot of you guys have taken time, or you're being told to take the time to now smell the roses. If you guys have cleared the pathway, it might be time to dream up the possibilities, dream up like the the good things that are about to come in your life next, because I feel like you guys do have a lot of possibilities, and it's like ultimately on you. This is why some of you guys could feel the blankness as well as they could feel a irritating like blankness, because even if they try to tap into your energy, the only thing that they could feel is that you guys are at like a 0 point with the creator. It's anything from now. It's like it's your choice. It's what do you want out of the universe? The direction is on you. All of the chains have been taken off here. You guys aren't even in their game anymore. You're not playing. You're completely out like energetically, because we got clingy hair in reverse. You guys could have unclaimed yourself, because yeah, these people made you feel exhausted, or this is this person that's feeling exhausted at the fact that you're not clinging to them. And the reason they feel exhausted is because they were fueling themselves off of your emotions. They were fueling themselves and making themselves have the energy of getting to the top, just based on how it might make you feel to know that you were less than and that there was something better than you. They were like, they were really, and they didn't realize how wicked this was until you drew these boundaries that they thought you never were going to be able to draw, because they were going to always play dumb or have a new trick here. Somebody had the intentions of getting you trapped, getting you stuck. Like you were gonna have like no options here, but you guys took that away. Or this person, for some reason, they're feeling trapped, they're feeling stuck, and they can't stop the possibilities from pouring into your life here. There's no sort of emotional like tie that they can see themselves to you. It's like they can't even reach you anymore on an energetic plane. They can't like, tap into you. They can't personalize themselves to you no more. They can't like, there is no, and we got Archangel Michael here, protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. And then we got laughter, happiness, joy, and healing is coming out here. A lot of you guys, you're divinely protected too. That's why you were removed from this situation, because you had people who, even if they smiled in your face, they could have meant you like they had negative thought patterns on it. Like, their minds are rotten. And because their minds are rotten, they're always going to, or it's just, you don't even have to think about that anymore. What it is that just wasn't the direction for you. And it's like people are like, dang, I thought they were gonna walk down this direction, and then they were gonna set you up with all of these emotional drains, like, not even traps, but just like, they thought that they were going to like pull you down energetically. Some of these people might have tried to set traps here. We got antisocial coming out here in reverse, and you're feeling silent treatment and left out is coming out here. I feel like some of you guys could have left yourself out, but like you guys are not antisocial. Somebody could have forgot that you're selectively social, but just because you pulled yourself out of that game doesn't mean that you aren't going to have the resources or the networking abilities or the belief in yourself to try again, because eventually you're going to get it, Scorpio. In life. We got shattered coming out here with the clinging in reverse, and nightmares and failures. So somebody might even feel shattered at the fact that you're not chasing them, you're not competing for them. Like this person could have had the intentions of maybe getting you shattered here, or they feel shattered because it's not like, it's not what you want, and you're not even thinking about it anymore. where they, they could have built themselves up high and then boom, they knocked themselves down here mentally and emotionally, especially if you guys realize you had the nerve to realize the pain here and you guys were innocent party in all of this. They knew like who you were, but we got masculine energy coming out under boundaries and masks coming out here. For some of you guys, this could have been a masculine energy that was coming in to your boundaries here, or they could feel like you are in your masculine energy. Maybe you guys took authority over yourself. You guys are like playing both roles in your life. You're the caretaker and the lover here as well. It's like you got the way you guys are nurturing yourself, the way you're setting boundaries here, the way you can see right through things, is almost divine. Please clarify this masculine energy. Let's see. Divine, tell me more. We got stagnant, stuck, dead end, and frozen. Some of you guys, this is a masculine energy that feels stuck because of your boundaries. They feel stuck and frozen, and they can't they're at a dead end with you here. Or, like I said, they rose up high and for some reason they fell down low, especially if this is somebody who, like, you had to draw boundaries with, when maybe this person wanted to come off as somebody who was more authoritative to you. Like, maybe they felt like they didn't have intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness is coming out here. It's like somebody feels like they would have ultimately been better off practicing like respect with you. Some of these people might get choked up when they're thinking about you, being that they're not a part of your happiness. If they're realizing now that you have a right to pursue happiness. You have a right to pursue love. You have a right to pursue all of the possibilities here in life and actually get them. It's like maybe this person wishes that they would have cultivated at least a friendship with you, at least a bond here, you know? We got narcissists coming out here in reverse. Yeah, somebody might be realizing that they acted very narcissistically towards you. Even if this is like a friend group, it could be a masculine, feminine, whoever was trying to compete with you maybe feels like their ego is like reversed here because of your possibilities, because of you taking yourself out of the game. It's like, they're no longer on top in your life, so they don't have that right that they felt to be egoic here, it's like, but there's a lot of people who remember you. We also have glow up coming out here, new opportunities, successful business, smell the roses, and daydreaming coming out here. Yeah, your thoughts, your daydreams, your positive energy is going to lead you into glow up in multiple areas in your life now, Scorpio, especially now that your path has been cleared, from these people. But that's it, Scorpio. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're catching this reading. Goodbye.